so honored to be here in the Navajo Nation. The environment, the people, the welcome is an extraordinary experience. I've never seen anything like this or felt anything like this, and so thank you for making us feel at home and allowing us to come into this place as allies. And the big question is, what on earth is Middlebury College and a Breadloaf School of English doing out here with the Youth Network and all of these partners?
We are excited to have our third annual writing conference here on the Navajo Nation. This is with the Middlebury Breadloaf group as well as Next Gen and all the different youth from across the country. It's grown each year and we're excited that we're able to meet a lot of new people as well as see familiar faces. And this is just expanded and we're hoping to continue for this to grow and network with more Indigenous students from across the world, more people from around the world. This has just been a really great experience.
People from different places, people from different parts of the country. And it's all about learning to share your story with others. And it's about seeing the world from the perspective of different individuals. You know, a lot of times we just kind of exist thinking that our stories, our lives are not as exciting, I guess, as other people. That's what I see in a lot of students. They think what they have to share with the world is very minimal or not of value, but it's just completely the opposite. Whether it's poetry, short stories, writing plays, and directing plays, all of that. What you find out in the process is who you really are.
It can be free writing, it can be poetry, it can be a stream of consciousness, it can be whatever you want it to be.
So our first prompt is, when I walk into a room, what walks in with you? And like a brief explanation for that is just like, what do you feel you bring into walks into you into the room? Like not necessarily what you bring, but what comes in with you.
When I walk into a room, I bring the music. My voice echoes off the walls like the church bells echo off the mountains. When I walk into a room, I bring the sun, like how the sun pops out on a cloudy day. When I walk into a room, I bring the warmth.
When I walk into a room, I walk with pride. I may not show it, but it's there. When I walk into a room, I remember where I came from, a place where you have to work in order to succeed, a place where no one finds beauty.
I've learned I cannot change the world, but I've also learned that we can. What about me enables me to change the world? The fact that I'm one of us. I am connected to you.
One smile at a time. To the bystander walking by, one act of kindness to a stranger at the store. A few loving words to whoever wants to hear them. I have the tools, one smile at a time, one act of kindness at a time, a few loving words at a time. Maybe tomorrow it's 2 smiles. Showing love to one person at a time is how we will unite as a country, as a world, as the human race to end once and for all the hate, bigotry, and evil that lives here.
Right there, you breathe right here, where's your belly?
BLTN has been around and been very successful for several decades, but it made a seismic shift in the last 5 to 7 years, and particularly with Next Gen, when the focus became youth development and youth leadership and youth advocacy. The communities that these youth have come from have gotten closer and closer, and they're doing enormous amounts of collaboration. If you visit any of the sites, you'll hear things that came from another site. You'll hear the rules from Andover Breadloaf, or you'll hear about some of the health initiatives that the Navajos have undertaken. The other part of that shift is to watch over the last 2 years, really short time, the enormous growth of the youth involved in it, how their self-confidence, their capacity to lead workshops, to stand up in front of people and talk, to be advocates for themselves and other youth. We've seen a dramatic growth in the young people.
This is Hazhó'ó Hólne Writing Conference. It's an annual conference that we put on as La Casa Roja, COPE, in the Navajo Nation. And so this year it is great to have the various sites for NGLN to be here as our guests and to be a part of this conference, bringing with them different worldviews, different experiences, different cultural backgrounds, to find our voices, to search for it together, and do some writing coming out of that voice, and then to share them. It's a wonderful thing.
Family is something that is very important to me. I can't imagine losing them. But most importantly, I am going to spend as much time with them as possible. I want to keep on laughing with them, the laughing when your abs start to hurt and you start to cry of joy. I want to cry with them, the crying and tears that have so much emotion. But beyond that, I'm going to love them always. The meaning of family to me is fearless, amazing, memorable, inspiring, loving people.
A walk down canyons, a challenge back up, a reminder of who I am. Memories of my beginning, memories of my relief, memories of who I was. Reconnecting with our mother, regrounding my soul, revitalizing our culture. And that's it.
When I think about Next Gen 2019, I think about, first of all, how far we have come in recognizing that the youth who will lead us in the future are already here. They are here doing some incredibly interesting and good work, meaningful, powerful, capable of doing the kinds of positive things in the world that we really had hoped for. And so what I can see in the evidence of the students that we've met here, the things we've heard about, the performances that we've seen, that we're really in better shape than we might ever have imagined, because I think that they are ready in a way that I have not seen a generation before them. And I'm so proud of all of the sites.
Each time we pick up a pen, a drum, a paintbrush, we are thinking and rethinking ourselves and our worlds. We are calling on our creative, our critical, and our cultural talents. We're calling on everything within us and around us. And why it's so vital is that we are taking charge of our own stories with the potential to make the communities we live in more equitable, more productive, and more humane.